Alright, welcome everybody. In this video we want to just talk a bit about what kind of things we learned while growing up, because a lot of people were writing on Instagram, mainly on Alina's Instagram, and were asking that we also record some videos regarding the lifestyle, what kind of things we have experienced while having our own household and living in Germany, right?
Yes.
So Chinka will start with the points.
So the first point is stay away from contracts, and we had to learn it the hard way. When he moved to Germany, we had to get a phone contract, obviously, and I already had a phone contract, which was really stupid, but I thought, okay, I can get him into my contract. Then we went to the store. Then the guy said, no, I have a better contract. I can offer you this and this deal, and I will quit your old contract for you, and you can just continue with that contract.
Yeah, the story was that like Alina already had one, like she's explaining, and to take my contract, they offered her to get one contract to their, like, you know, we quit your old one and we get you a new one. And the stupid thing that happened was we trusted them with that, and we didn't take anything in writing. So that was also a big stupidity.
So basically, we signed the papers for the new contracts, 2 contracts from one
network provider, service provider.
Yeah, service provider, whatever. And then they said they will quit my old contract from another provider. So we didn't get any confirmation from them. They said, yeah, it's very easy, we will do it. And then what happened after, I think we did it in October, and I was really stupid back then and I didn't check my bank account regularly. And then I went in January and I saw that the other contract is still being cut from my account. Then I went to them and I said, what is going on? I thought you would quit my contract. Then he said, no, I didn't do it, it didn't work out. Then I talked to my old service provider and they said no. Because
you did not quit your contract till the deadline, it has been elongated now for, I don't know, 6 months or a year.
No, another 1 year. So then I had to pay for free contract. Then we also went to lawyer, we threatened them, I wrote to the manager, to so many different people.
Yeah, we went to the Verbraucherzentrale and everybody, and nothing really worked out. These are big companies.
In the end, they took his statement, and he actually was fired for a similar case like this, but then they took his statement still that he said no, that never happened. So in the end we had to pay for 3 contracts.
Yeah, we paid it for 1 extra year, for 1 contract that we were not using.
I think we have just wasted 1,000 euros extra. Yeah. And plus the contracts are also not cheap. We paid around 30-35 euros. Yeah. And right now we are having these prepaid cards, and we are just spending, he spent 7 euros, I spent 12 euros, which is a huge difference, and we can quit it anytime.
And that's the best. In contracts, like, you're always stuck for 2 years, or like whatever the time is for phone contracts. You're stuck for 2 years, you cannot do anything, you cannot get out. And prepaid cards, if you don't want to use it anymore, you just stop paying for it. Yeah. So I would never really recommend anybody to go for contracts, because if a tiniest bit of thing goes wrong, then it will just be a lot of pain.
And that was a very, very painful experience, because we lost so many girls.
We were not earning a lot of money either. Like, Alina was studying, I was also, I'm still studying, and we were having jobs which would just barely hold up our household, and then paying for 1 extra contract which we were not using at all. This was really stupidity.
120 euros for those 3 contracts. Yeah. And that was just really, really
never again. We are never taking a contract again.
Never again, always prepaid. Yeah. Okay, the second point is always get more than 1 opinion. I can say something about this because actually when I was 14-15 I had braces because I had gaps between my teeth, and then when Rishu's parents came I told them something broke off in my braces in the back, but I didn't go to the doctor, and after 6 months my gap came back. So I went to one doctor, he told me no, you have to get braces again, it will cost around 2,000 euros and you have to wear them for 6 months. I was like, okay, no, this is really bad. Then I went to a second doctor. He told me a similar thing. He said again 2,000 euros, you have to wear it for 6 months. But I was like, no, this can't be. And then I went to a third doctor. That doctor was really nice and she told me, no, you can just go to the dentist and he will put some thing in your teeth and then we will close the gap. And I paid 60 euros for that. and now it looks perfectly fine, and that was just the best thing I could have done, because spending 2,000 euros on wearing the braces again for 6 months as an adult is horrible. So yeah, you should always get more than one opinion.
I never really did that. I mean, I haven't learned maybe, or like I didn't really need it. But maybe, hopefully, this is something that is...
you have the same thing now with the skin doctor.
I have some kind of cyst on my neck now, and they are saying like we will cut it out, and like I definitely do not want that.
And so I'm telling him to go to 2 more doctors and see what they are saying about it.
Yeah.
And if all of them are saying, okay, there's no other way than cutting it out, then I think you have to do it. But if maybe one doctor says something else which sounds better, then you should go.
Exactly, like taking 2-3 opinions, it's always important, even when you're going for just normal shopping, or if you're like going into something more serious like dental stuff, or like, you know, whatever other thing.
And just as a information, dental stuff in Germany is the most expensive stuff. Like if something happens to your teeth, many times the health insurance pays, but like for the worst quality you can get, and everything which is better quality and more for a long period, you have to pay. So I always tell Henricho, please brush your teeth properly, please take care of your dental health, because this is the most expensive stuff in Germany. So
I mean, I remember a person who didn't go to the dentist at all, and even though he was having extreme pain, and in Germany, in Berlin, when I was meeting somebody and they were telling the story, and then he died because of the teeth pain that he was having back then, and he did not have the money to go to the dentist and stuff. So like anyways, like if you want to go to dentist and if it's a severe case, the expenses become too high, and then people just try to avoid it, and it can just go way worse.
Yeah, because I think teeth pain and ear pain are the worst you can have. Yeah, so the third point is always read everything, even the fine lines, and I think he can talk.
The story of the reconsideration letter that I've told so many times, that first of all, I think most of you guys would have not known that either, that there's something like reconsideration if the video didn't start, if we didn't start reading the fine print. What happened was I applied for masters, I got rejected, and in the rejection letter, right at the bottom in very, very small font, there was written that you can apply for a Widerspruch. And then Alina figured that out. Alina read it. She talked to her friend.
Because in Germany they even teach us this in school. Always read everything with this written small, because there can be some like special clause, or things can go wrong if you don't read it. So I naturally read it. I think he wouldn't have read it. I think
it was in German too, like
in India also. They don't teach you
in India. They also like scare you most of the times to like not to pursue a decision which has already been made. So like if a decision has been made, don't go against it, don't do anything about it, because you will just land in troubles. That's like the culture there. And here it's not a problem at all. Like you got rejection, you just write a Widerspruch and you see where things go. This was something which was really life-changing for us, because only after that I could start my part-time job, then I could start my masters, then I could change my masters. None of that would have happened if we didn't read that fine print.
Yeah, and here also, like, I bought a dishwasher. First I will read the instructions, then only I will start. For us in Germany, it's very important to always read the instructions, the fine lines, everything. Then you can only sign a contract.
Do not trust somebody on his words.
Yeah.
We suffered that in the contract. We just trusted somebody without any kind of signature, any kind of written like confirmation, and we were not able to prove that something like this happened just because we didn't read or we didn't take anything in writing.
Yeah.
So very important thing there.
And then number 4 is save money. So when I was from 18 to 20, I worked full-time, and I did that because I wanted to save money, and afterwards I wanted to do my studies. And in these 2 years I saved 20,000 euros, and these 20,000 euros really came handy, because then I bought a car. Then when we had to have our apartment, everything you need, everything, fork, knife, all the small things, I spent around, I think, more than 10 to 12,000 euros.
And this was even when most of the things were being bought secondhand.
Yeah.
Most of the things were being bought secondhand. The things which were essential, like, you know, cutlery and fridge and like the very important things which are like important for hygiene, they were first hand. Everything else was secondhand, but still like so many expenses came.
Exactly, and deposit is already around 1,500 euros. And then, yeah, like he said that I didn't want to buy mattresses, second-hand fridge. I'm really picky with, because I'm vegetarian, I don't want to buy a second-hand fridge because there will be meat inside already, and that really disgusts me. And yeah, so many things. So we spent around 12,000 euros, and basically all these 20,000 euros almost got spent in the whole like process of having a car, having an apartment. And yeah, then marriage also costs money, but I'm happy we could afford most of it by ourselves, and that was really important that I saved this money.
Yeah, I mean, the money that I saved, it wasn't much. No, it was just from the internship that I had, and that's all, like only the money that you can count, because in India there is no culture of part-time job. The companies do not provide it, and you cannot do it. Or like even if you have the opportunity of doing, most of the times you just don't do it because, well, it's bachelors and you just want to have fun. In that case, we were able to get most of the things done by ourselves without any kind of like help from the parents or, you know, stuff like that.
Well, I at least think, but like he said, for him it's not possible to work part-time in India, so then parents had to help him out a little bit, but that's fine. And number 5, always take your mail serious. So what we mean by that, we had a whole new drama with the health insurance.
This was at the time when I was preparing for the foreign exchange semester for South Korea. We saved 3,000 euros. We were like, all right, great. This thing is coming. Foreign exchange semester is coming. I will go there and I will have to spend like way more money, because then we will also have to like keep 2 households running, like one household here, one in South Korea. Right around that time, this letter came from the health insurance company, and they said like you have to pay 1,800 euros for the last this and this months, because you are doing YouTube and you're earning money from that and stuff like that. So like in general they said like 1,800 euros, pay us now, or we will have to exmatriculate you from the university. Like we will give application to the university.
The point was that you were earning more than 450 euros. If you earn under 450 euros.
Yeah, the mini job thing too. So like that was the important thing. Like 450 euros, till that limit you don't have to pay any of this Krankenversicherung and everything.
Even if you earn a cent more.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Even if
that's so ridiculous.
Earn 450 and 1 cent, they will still charge you the full amount.
Yeah, that is extremely horrible. So, I mean, again, from YouTube, we do not earn so much. And then you see that all of the money that you're earning from YouTube almost is going directly into the health insurance.
At that time, you also had your student job.
Yeah.
And that was actually the whole problem, because YouTube, and I mean, sometimes it really used to be just a few euros more than 450, but still you have to pay these 100 euros or more.
Which was really bad, because then afterwards, not just 97 or something euros per month that you have to pay, plus some 5 euros extra, your fine that accumulated for the last 12 or I don't know, like 18 months. I don't really remember properly now. But yeah, in the end it was 1,800 euros. Then what money are you left with? 1,200 euros. And you cannot go to South Korea for 6 months with that kind of money. So we had to drop the plan. A horrible thing to have happened, but anyways, like it couldn't have been avoided. We didn't know about it.
One positive thing happened. You started your BIG Academy.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to find time to like make the online course and everything, but it was just very painful to see like that would have been an opportunity, and it just didn't work out because we had to pay this 1,800 euros in the health insurance.
Yes. Okay. Then the last point is try to reduce costs. What we mean by that is actually mainly about our car. So what happened was, when I used to work in the hotel, I used to have crazy shifts, like sometimes at 3 o'clock at night I would get off. Sometimes I had to start work at 5 o'clock in the morning, so really crazy timings. And for some time I was using the night bus. I had some crazy experiences there, and I didn't really feel safe going at 3-4 o'clock in the morning in the bus. So then I
night buses in general also have like really stupid routes, so like only run on the main tracks, and
I needed like 1.5 hours just to reach work, and when I was going by day it used to take just 40 minutes. Anyway, so I had a car, then it was really convenient for the time. But then once I started my full-time job, I didn't really needed the car because first of all in Hamburg especially, I think other big cities too, parking is a real headache. You also, if you don't park in the right, I constantly used to get tickets, 25 euros like a few times a month. And that also at some point really feels in your pocket. So parking was a problem, constant tickets was a problem, then you have to pay insurance, then you have to pay car tax, then you have to pay gas. It's just really adds up.
Yeah, there are like more just bad sides of having a car than like having the good sides, especially in Germany, because if you're living within the city and you're having the job within the city, then it's absolutely fine. You can go with either the cycle or the public transportation.
Yeah, and public transport is really amazing in Germany. I mean, I can reach from one corner to the other, and it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
I don't even need a car right now. Just grocery shopping is a little bit annoying when you don't have a car, but you can still manage. I mean,
I think in general, like we really push towards like reducing costs by like quitting the contracts. So, like we don't have any contract right now. We didn't fall for any kind of insurances because everybody wants to sell you something. Everybody wants to use your fear of something going wrong, and like they want to sell you something regarding that. So there are like so many crazy kind of different insurances, and everybody is like telling, get that, get that, get that. And most of the times you don't even use it. Like even your own health insurance, maybe like you go to the doctor once in like an entire year or something, but you still have to pay for the health insurance for the whole year because it is just mandatory. Other insurances aren't. So like if they aren't, then we are not going to like, of course, take them. And if there's something going wrong, then we will see what we can be doing about that. So anyways, like this was just like our pursuit of just reducing the cost of whatever like expenses we are having.
Okay, that's it. That's the 6 points we had.
That was pretty much it. Like we wanted to just document this and just put it out there and see if somebody of you can actually take some value out of it. And
not make the same mistakes as we did, because really there was really a lot of drama in the first 2 years of having our household. And it was these things, you know, they are actually not that big of a deal, but still they just make you feel really bad, and you constantly think about it, and it constantly makes you angry when just people take your money out basically for nothing. And yeah,
so I mean that's just the problem. So like just be very careful when you're going for any of these contracts, because if you end up in a wrong one, like I think that is very important for me, if you end up in a wrong contract, it is just going to be like really, really horrible experience. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching the video. If you have some more questions, leave them in the comment section. Alina's channel link is also going to be in the description. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video then. Bye.
Bye.